Your mic is muted.
Oh, buenos dias a todos. Sorry, you guys. I was telling everybody good morning and then y'all didn't hear me. How's everyone today? You guys having a good week? See, first week of school. We're almost done. First with the first week of school already. Can y'all believe that? Okay, so while we wait for everyone to join us, why is this funny? We have senior citizen. Take a look at the picture. Yeah. Is the word senior a cognate or no? Remember our lesson from
Yes,
the other day? You think it is a cognate?
because senior. Wait,
But what's the key? What's the key? Remember, they're going to look alike. They might even sound alike, but what is the thing that actually makes them a
the
cognate?
same thing but in a different language, right?
Okay, we'll keep thinking. Look at the image for a clue. I'm not going to give you the answer because we still got a whole bunch of class coming up here. So I'm going to let everybody have a thought. Good morning, Akari. Good morning, Holden. Priscilla, buenos dias. How are we today? Okay, guys, here's our thing. Why? So look down here at the bottom. Good. It says senior citizen. Look at the picture, right? Senior citizen. Is the word senior a cognate? Pop it in the chat while we wait for everybody to join us. What do you think? Yes, no, maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's IDK. Maybe that's your answer. Okay. Maybe IDK is your answer, and that's okay. All right, good, Akari. Good, Priscilla. Buenos dias, Carolyn, Marilissa, Holden, Lay, Elizabeth. Buenos dias a todos. Okay, you guys, so take a look at my background. Remember, that's our warm up. I know, third hour is like, oh, I'm ready for lunch. I get it. Okay. So take a look at our picture here. Got the man in the sombrero and his walker, and it says Senor Citizen. Okay. Is the word senor a cognate? Why or why not? So in the chat, tell me see or no. Why? Tell me IDK if you don't know. Right. But let me hear from you. Let's see who else is going to join us today. Haley, are you having troubles getting in Go Guardian by chance? Because it just keeps circling. Okay. Guys, tell me what your answers are in the chat. See or no? Okay. Senor means Mr. Okay. Okay. Good answer, Elizabeth. All right. I'll give everybody else a chance. Okay. Good, Marilisa. Okay. Give everybody a chance. So you guys remember me telling you that our chat box, I want you all to think of it as scrap paper. Yeah. So, you know, that's where we want to make our mistakes, is like in the chat box. You guys are also free to raise your hand and we can speak up out loud. In fact, I prefer that. But if you feel more comfortable right now in the chat box, remember, you guys, when I ask you for answers in the chat box, that's a scrap paper. That's where you want to make a mistake. Yeah. And then when we do practices and quizzes or whatever else, then, we've already done our practice. We've already made our mistakes, right? Yeah. Good, Kimura. All right. So let's go ahead. So our word señor, the question is the word señor a cognate? Why or why not? All right. Well, a cognate, remember, you guys, can be spelled similarly in multiple languages. So let's say English and Spanish. It can sound alike in both languages. I mean, the pronunciation obviously is going to be a little different in Spanish. It's not English or whatever. Okay. But it has to mean the same thing. Because remember, we had those falsos amigos. We had those fake cognates where they look like it could mean pie, but really it means foot. Okay. Pie. So, a cognate, the main thing about a cognate is it has to mean the same thing. So in our, exactly, Kimura. So in our example, señor means Mr. Okay. It doesn't mean senior, like senior citizen, like an elderly person. It means Mr., right? In which case it is not a cognate. It's a false amigo, un amigo falso. Okay. And that's why it's funny, right? That's what makes it funny. Okay. All right. Any questions about, is that confusing to us, you guys? Right. So to me, it looks like senior citizen, but it doesn't mean senior, right? It means Mr. So it's un amigo falso, a fake cognate, a false cognate, because cognates are determined by, they have to have the same meaning. Okay. All right. Muy bien. So is everyone having a good day? Yeah. Okay. I'm going to change my background up real quick so we can see what's on the agenda today. All right. And you know what, you guys? Today is Thursday. Hoy es jueves up here. Hoy es jueves. Today is Thursday. El 7 agosto, right? Who can tell me, what does el 7 agosto mean? What does it mean, clase? Kamura, can you unmute?
The 7th of August.
Very good. The 7th of August. Okay. 7 agosto, August. Okay. So today's Thursday, the 7th of August. And so what are we going to do? Well, remember me telling you guys, I always like over plan. Yeah. So never sweat this thing, but this is sort of what we're going to do today. So let's look at our question. ¿Qué vamos a hacer hoy? So what are we going, que vamos a hacer, to do today? Hoy. We see hoy here and we see hoy in our
Is
sentence.
that the question mark in Spanish?
Yeah, good question. So why do we have this upside down thingy, mabobber, over here, right? Well, what you're going to see is the question mark and like the exclamation points in Spanish. They, at the beginning, they're going to be upside down. What the heck? What the heck? Why would they do such a thing? Why is that a thing in their language? Any ideas, you guys? There's no wrong answer. What do you think? Why would they do such a thing?
You know if it's a question.
Absolutely. So if you're reading something, okay, if you're reading something and you're going along reading, then you know to anticipate, right? That, okay, this thing is meant to be a question. It's like a heads up. They're kind of giving you a heads up, or an exclamation, like somebody's getting ready to yell something or whatever. Okay. So absolutely, that's what they're for. Okay. Now that actually reminds me of something I should tell y'all. So because we're online, obviously, like in the chat, we're not going to be able necessarily well, I mean, I'm sure there's a way, but it's really kind of not convenient to try to put accent marks and upside down question marks and things like that in our chat. So I don't want you to think that you have to do that, right? As long as you realize that that's what it should be, that's cool. There are going to be programs and things that we use that don't allow us to add. And so I'm aware of that. And so don't ever think that that's wrong. You know what I mean? I allow for that. I understand that sometimes we're not going to be able to put accent marks in. Okay. All right. So what are we doing today? Well, we are going to do a little thing, short and sweet, right? Today is like a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Okay. So we're going to look at our countries and capitals. We're going to listen to a song. And then we are going to listen. We're going to practice our listening skills. If you remember earlier in the week, I told you that there's 4 skills: listening, reading, writing, and speaking. And listening, you guys, is the most important. It's not the speaking, it's the listening. Okay. So we're going to practice some listening as a class together. And then I got another song for the alphabet. And we're going to look at those letters, and we're going to look at specific letters. We're going to look at the ones that have an accent mark and what sounds they make. And we're going to talk a little bit about the vowels. Okay. And I mean, when I say a little bit, you guys, I mean, boom, 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 boom. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on that because you're going to hear it all year long, right? Today, I'm just showing it to you. Okay. So we'll move quickly. And then, if we have time, I have, also on the vocab, you guys, you're going to have an opportunity to record yourself saying certain letters of the alphabet. So you do want to pay attention today. Okay. Now, why are we doing it? Because we need to get ourselves accustomed to, okay, our mouths, it's a habit thing. Like, you have to change the way we put our tongue to make a certain letter sound and stuff like that. So it's just a basic practice. It's no big deal. Okay. And then if we have time remaining, I'm going to let us work on an escape room activity. Okay. All right. So clase, ¿hay preguntas? Are there any questions? ¿Hay preguntas on what we're going to do today? No? All right. So let's get started. So I am going to move kind of quickly. I have today, I don't know why, some days it's like this and some days it isn't. I have like tons of tabs open. So you'll have to give me just a second. And yeah. Usually it's much more streamlined, but today, for whatever reason, I just have tons of tabs open. All right, let me get organized and then I'll ask you to join me. Okay, I would like for you, clase, to go to your Canvas Spanish 1 class. And if you're already there, I need you to refresh your screen. Okay, I'm going to view a student. Once you get in there, make sure that you go to the first week stuff module. Okay, Lay, you with me? Go to your modules. There you go. James. Yeah, Caroline's beat me to it. So when you get there, you'll see a PDF or like a vocab list of countries and capitals. Now, don't fear, because I'm not going to expect you to memorize these or anything like that, right? This is, just activities to help us sort of get oriented to what Spanish class looks like and our tech and how we need to listen and those kinds of things, okay? All right, how are we doing? Almost there. Hola, Stacy. So Stacy, we are in Canvas. And we are in our first week's stuff. That's okay. And you want to scroll down to vocab list 1. Okay, quick question. See this little paper clippy thing? Okay, so paper clip is a symbol that comes from our VHL. Remember, that's our textbook, our online textbook. Okay, you guys? So just know that when you see a little paper clippy thing, it is in your textbook, your online textbook. So go ahead and click on it. I don't want you to download it. You should just be able to kind of, you know, scroll up and down and that kind of thing. Okay. Ready? So give me a thumbs up when you guys are there. Marlissa, do we have a camera that we can turn on? Thank you. Thank you, guys. Hola a todos. Hello, everyone. Hi, Stacy. Okay, so I would like you to just leave this up and give me 1 minute. You can look at it while I'm trying to get my link pulled up here. But go ahead and take a look at those. The countries are on the left, right? And the capitals are on the right. And let me see if I can pull up this ridiculous video. Buenos días. Okay, here it is.
If you're a web designer, here are 4 Wix Studio features you gotta know. So first on the list, section grid. I'm talking.
Okay, give me a thumbs up if y'all can see my screen. Okay, muy bien. All right, here we go. It's going to go fast, but it does some repetition. So remember, pay attention, okay? Because then we're going to do, as a group, we're going to do another listening kind of thing just to see how well we can listen, yeah? Because it's all about listening in Spanish class. All right, so here we go. Make sure you can hear, make sure you can see the screen.
México DF, México. México DF, México. México DF, México. México DF, México. Guatemala, Guatemala. Guatemala, Guatemala. Guatemala, Guatemala. México DF, México. Guatemala, Guatemala. Tegucigalpa, Honduras. Tegucigalpa, Honduras. Tegucigalpa, Honduras. México DF, México. Guatemala, Guatemala. Tegucigalpa, Honduras. San Salvador, El Salvador. San Salvador, El Salvador. San Salvador, El Salvador. México DF, México. Guatemala, Guatemala. Tegucigalpa, Honduras. San Salvador, El Salvador. Managua, Nicaragua. Managua, Nicaragua. Managua, Nicaragua. México DF, México. Guatemala, Guatemala. Tegucigalpa, Honduras. San Salvador, El Salvador. Managua, Nicaragua. San José, Costa Rica. San José, Costa Rica. San José, Costa Rica. México DF, México. Guatemala, Guatemala. Tegucigalpa, Honduras. San Salvador, El Salvador. Managua, Nicaragua. San José, Costa Rica. Panamá, Panamá. Panamá, Panamá. Panamá, Panamá. México DF, México. Guatemala, Guatemala. Tegucigalpa, Honduras. San Salvador, El Salvador. Managua, Nicaragua. San José, Costa Rica. Panamá, Panamá. La Habana, Cuba. La Habana, Cuba. La Habana, Cuba.
Okay.
México, Guatemala, Guatemala, Tegucigalpa, Honduras, San Salvador, El Salvador, Managua, Nicaragua, San José, Costa Rica, Panamá, Panamá, La Habana, Cuba, Santo Domingo, República Dominicana, Santo Domingo, República Dominicana, Santo Domingo, República Dominicana. México DF, México, Guatemala, Guatemala, Tegucigalpa, Honduras, San Salvador, El Salvador, Managua, Nicaragua, San José, Costa Rica, Panamá, Panamá, La Habana, Cuba, Santo Domingo, República Dominicana, San Juan, Puerto Rico, San Juan, Puerto Rico, San Juan, Puerto Rico. México DF, México, Guatemala, Guatemala, Tegucigalpa, Honduras, San Salvador, El Salvador, Managua, Nicaragua, San José, Costa Rica, Panamá, Panamá, La Habana, Cuba, Santo Domingo, República Dominicana, San Juan, Puerto Rico.
All right. So we know everything we need to know, you guys, about Central America. Isn't that right? Yes. Okay. So see how repetition, it's all about repetition, right? Okay. Muy bien. All right. So give me a second and I will show you how, if I can get into, let me leave this view. Really, you guys, normally I'm better at my links. I just have a lot today. So really, I want to just show you something, okay? And I'm going to share my screen. Okay. All right. So this is my screen. So this is, I just want you to stay where you're at. I just want you to make sure that you can see my Zoom screen. And right here, it says Unidad Preliminar, right? So first unit, objective 1, países are countries. Okay, you don't have this, so just make sure that you can, yeah, did they forget Belize? I don't doubt it. Make sure that you can see my screen, okay? This symbol here, we talked about the paperclip, but this symbol here is this little link symbol. That is our symbol for something, again, that comes from the online textbook, okay? And you should be able to access your online textbook or whatever the activity is simply by clicking in the Canvas module, okay? If we go to VHL, it starts to complicate us, right? And there's no need for that. So just, again, a reminder, okay, until we get used to how this stuff works, right? I'll be reminding you from time to time. So what we're going to do, we're going to try to do this as a class, and I'm hoping that you guys can see, I'd rather hear my screen. It's going to open, okay? And so this is something that, this is an example of what a listening exercise can look like from your textbook. Okay, so this is a simple one. You're going to listen, you would listen to the recording, and of course you can listen to it as often as you need, okay? And then you can choose, it'll give you a drop down, okay? Again, I know you know this, I'm just trying to get you familiar with the textbook, okay? So let's listen. Let me know if the volume is loud enough, et cetera, et cetera. I'll play it more than once, okay? And in the chat, or you can unmute, raise your hand and I'll call on you. Let me know what you hear, okay, you guys? All right, here we go. So listen carefully.
Perú. Perú.
Okay, can you hear it? First of all, can you hear it? Yes. If you
Yes.
hear it, then tell me what you think you're.
Perú.
Peru. What country is that? What are they talking about? I'll do it again.
Perú.
Peru.
Peru. Okay, there's our choices. So let's look at how it's written. Look at the second one here. Notice Peru with the accent on the end, right? We don't have that in English, but we do in Spanish, so that our voice doesn't say Peru, it says Peru, right? It goes up at the end, right? All right, good job. All right, let's listen to this next one.
Guatemala. Guatemala.
All right, what's our answer?
Guatemala.
Guatemala. Muy bien. Okay, Guatemala. And then notice here they were going to expect us to have the right spelling. So Guatemala, right? Guatemala. All right, good. See, these are easy. So these are just, again, just practicing our listening.
México. México.
Mexico.
Good, Haley. Yep. All right, good. So Mexico, Mexico. Okay, again, it's got an accent mark. Notice the X is what sound, you guys? What sound is it? Is it Mexico? What's
Mexico in
yeah?
Spanish.
So
México.
what sound is the X in Spanish, you guys? Like an H.
H.
Very good, very good. Like an H. Okay, Mexico. Okay. All right, one more.
Puerto Rico.
Can you repeat
Puerto
that?
Rico or Puerto Rico.
Hey, let's listen. Shh, let's listen.
Puerto Rico.
All right, put your answers in chat.
Puerto Rico.
Good, Holden. Good, Kamara. I want to hear from everyone.
Puerto Rico.
Good, Elizabeth, James. Good. Don't worry about spelling, you guys. Remember, the chat is scrap paper.
Puerto Rico.
Very good, Priscilla. So if this is what you heard, if you heard Puerto Rico, not Porto, right? Listen again.
Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico, okay? Not Puerto Rico. So our answer would be Puerto Rico. Okay, and then if you were doing this as an assignment, obviously then you would submit. Okay, all right, preguntas, clase? Any questions? So the deal is you need to make sure on your Chromebook that your sound is working, that your recording is working, you know, those kinds of things. Okay, all right, questions? Okay, so give me a minute. I'm gonna put another.
Do you want us to do that?
No, that's we're going to do it together. I was just trying to show you how our online things look, how they're going to work. Okay, all right, give me a second. So the fun thing about, well, fun is fun for me. I don't know about you guys, but the fun thing for me, you guys, is when we start a new language, it's kind of like we start over as children.
Learn Spanish.
You know, we start over as children. So, you know, there's things like if we stop and think about it, like we don't even know sometimes how to count, or we don't know our colors, or we don't know how to sing the alphabet song and all of those things, right, you guys? So we really do start out again like babies, you know? So we need to be patient with ourselves, okay? All right, so I have a couple of alphabet songs. We're gonna listen to them. We're gonna focus on the vowels. So we'll do one on the alphabet, and then I have one on the vowels, okay? And then you guys are going to be asked as an assignment to record yourself. Okay, so you want to pay attention. Again, we're all about listening today. Okay, all right, let me get this baby started. Make sure that you can hear. Make sure that you can see my Zoom screen.
With Real Spanish TV.
No veo nada, no veo nada.
Click on words in the sub.
Hey, Cosmo, ¿cómo estás? ¿Quieres aprender el alfabeto con nosotros? Órale, será fácil. Solo canta con nosotros. ¿Listo? 1, 2, 3. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, aprender las vocales. Es algo diferente. ¿Estás listo? A, E, I, O, U. Con M es ma, me, mi, mo, mu. Con P es pa, pe, pi, po, pu. Con L es la, le, li, lo, lu. Muy bien. Otra vez. A, E, I, O, U. Con M es ma, me, mi, mo, mu. Con P es pa, pe, pi, po, pu. Con L es la, le, li, lo, lu. Y sí, Cosmo. Hiciste muy buen trabajo. Y ahora sabes todo el alfabeto y las vocales también.
All right, you guys. So what do we notice, first of all, about the sounds of the vowels? Do they stick out at all in any way? What's different about them?
Like they all of them have like a eh, like a like
Yeah. So, and we'll look at them here more closely in just a minute, right? But like, is the A pronounced A? How is it pronounced, you guys?
It's always pronounced the same, no matter where it is.
No matter where it is, right? And unlike English, because English then changes sounds depending upon what letters we put it with, et cetera, right? But you're right, like an A, good observation, is always going to be ah. So it's not pronounced A, right? Now, why is this important? Well, look, you guys, first of all, you got to understand what's being said to you, right? Put it all together at some point. And then secondly, what if like somebody says, how do you spell your name? You know, so you have to know the letters, right? Just like we do in English. Again, we are going back to, you know, preschool days or little kid days, whatever days we want to call it, you know. So please be patient with yourself. Don't feel overwhelmed. It'll all come together, I promise. Okay. All right. I have one short video that focuses on the vowels today, and then we're gonna do a little something. Okay.
Who's ready to?
Let me share. All right.
Hatch some cool pets. Click here to make your very own monster on a
Que dejen toditos los libros abiertos. Ha sido la orden que dio el general. Que todos los niños estén muy atentos. Las 5 vocales van a desfilar. Primero verás que pasa la A. Con sus 2 patitas muy abiertas al marchar, ahí viene la E, alzando los pies. El palo de en medio es más chico, como ves, aquí está la I, la sigue la O. Una es flaca y otra gorda porque ya comió, y luego hasta atrás llegó la U, como la cuerda con que siempre saltas tú.
Okay, so let's take a look. So we have, now listen carefully because I'm going to ask you to do something here in just a second. So, A, E, I, O, U. Okay, now watch again. I know this is basic, but this is something we got to know, okay? So, A, E, I, O, U. A, E, I, O, U. So first of all, what do we notice about the U sound? Do we say U? What's it sound like in English? Pop it in the chat, you guys. Like if you were to write the sound, how does the U sound? A, E, I, O, U. Yeah, yes, like boo. You know, Halloween, right? Ghost says boo. Okay, so it's not you, it's oo. Okay, A, E, I, O, U. Okay, oo, like boo. Okay. Also, listen, this one takes a little bit more kind of finesse to figure out. Let's look at O for just a minute, okay? So we say in English, O, right? Let me say them again in Spanish, and you tell me what's different about the O, okay? A, E, I, O, U. A, E, I, O, U. A, E, I, O, U. What do you hear? Yes, Kamora, very good. Is it O or is it O? What do you hear? What is different? So what I want you guys to do is make sure that you are muted. Everybody make sure you're muted. Okay? And I want you to repeat after me. I want to see everybody's lips on the screen. Okay? Say O. O. Okay, now I want you to say O, like we do in English. O. And pay attention to your lips and your tongue. O, O. What is different, you guys? What is different? How does our mouth work?
Version is like lighter.
Yes. So in Spanish, watch my lips. Okay, watch my lips. Let me stop sharing. Okay, watch my lips real fast. Okay. I'll do English and then I'll do Spanish. And you all tell me what's different about my lips. Okay. Here's English. O, O. Here's Spanish. O, O. What is different about my lips? Did you notice something different? Yes, absolutely. Yes. So it's a shorter sound. It's not O, right? And my lips are more open in Spanish. O, O, not O, but O. Okay. And I'll tell you something funny, well, sort of funny. The rest of the world, you guys, when Americans travel and something like, they kind of make fun of us as how we say our O's. So whenever you hear somebody else in the planet making fun of how we speak or something, you know, being silly about how they will always comment about our O's, right? Because, for example, the word no, we say no, very closed, no, right? The rest of the world says no, no, short and open. The rest of the, I mean, you know, Italian, French, they all do the same, no, okay? It's only us Americans who say no, yeah. So that's a big difference, okay? All right, so we've done O and U. A is easy. We say ah, ah. We just drop our jaw. We say ah, okay? But let's look at E and I again. Because if anything is going to trip us up as English speakers, it is E and I, okay? So let me say them. You listen and look at the screen. Okay. A, E, I, O, U. E, I. So this is like E. Y'all see? Y'all hear this? It's like E. Very good. And this one is like E. So yes. So what's the problem? The problem is if we're trying to spell our name and we're trying to tell somebody that there's an E in our name, right? Then if we say E, they're going to think we're saying I, right? So this one's totally different. This one we have to actively remember E and E. Okay. So here's what I want y'all to do. Okay. I'm going to give us 2 or 3 minutes to get our bearings. A, E, I, O, U. If you have a piece of paper or something there handy, I want you to practice spelling your first name in Spanish. Okay? Muted, make sure you're muted. I'll do me first. Okay? I'll do me first. So, me llamo Annette. Yeah, that's my English name. Annette. Me llamo Annette. A, N, N, E, te, e. Okay, A-N-N-E-T-T-E, but I need to say e. Okay, y'all with me there? See? All right, so your turn. Stay muted. You practice a couple of times. A, E, I, O, U. Practice spelling your name. Now, if you want to share it with me, if you feel confident, raise your hand and I'll unmute you and we can share. Otherwise, I just want to see you do it with yourself. Okay. A, E, I, O, U. How do we do it? How do we do those vowels in our name, you guys? Okay. Good, Priscilla. Priscilla's got a long, anybody that has a long name, they're like, dang, why do I gotta have this long name, right? Yeah, so Haley, right? You got to make sure you say at the end of yours. Isn't that right? Not E. And
We
Akari.
gotta spell our full name.
Yeah, well, just to yourself. You don't have to do that, right? Yes. Yeah, so Priscilla, a Y would be E, would sound like E. Yeah. Just to yourselves, just to practice your vowel sounds. Okay, you guys? Okay, I'm gonna finish this little video. Okay, we have about a minute or so left on it, so I'm gonna finish it up.
Primero verás que pasa la A, con sus dos patitas muy abiertas al marchar. Ahí viene la E, alzando los pies. El palo de en medio es más chico, como ves. Aquí está la I, la sigue la O. Una es flaca y otra gorda porque ya comió. Y luego hasta atrás llegó la U, como la cuerda con que siempre saltas tú.
Okay. I love that video. I wish you guys could understand the words. The song is absolutely makes me laugh. I love it. Okay. Muy bien. So, as part of trying to get familiar again with our Canvas and our online textbook and all of these things, give me 1 second and I'm going to ask you to do something. Okay, let me get it all prepped up for us because my computer's thinking now. So I got to give it a minute to think. Come on, computer. It's circling. Okay. So what I need for everyone to do, por favor, is to go to Canvas, refresh your screen. Mine's thinking, so you may need to give it another minute because I don't know if it's refreshed. Mine's still thinking. Okay. Should be good now. Okay. When you get to Canvas, Akari, when you get to Canvas, I want you to scroll or click on modules. Holden. Yeah. And I want you to scroll down to, you guys, our Let's Get Started preliminary unit. Okay, Priscilla's there. Good job,
You
Arshit.
said do what?
You're gonna
You said
scroll,
go.
you're gonna click on modules, you're gonna scroll down to let's get started, our preliminary unit. Preliminary meaning first, right?
Oh, so you ain't saying click on nothing on there?
I just want you to get there for the moment, okay?
Okay.
Because we gotta figure out, you know, how all of our stuff works. And normally, you guys, normally it will already be published and loaded and all of that good stuff, right? We're just learning here yet, okay, how to navigate some things. Okay, so make sure you can see my Zoom screen as well. Make sure you're in the right place. I look in Go Guardian and you guys seem to be in the right place. Once again, you can see our little link thing, which means we're connected here. These things are connected to the online textbook, the VHL. Okay. So what I'd like you to do, and let's fingers crossed that you guys have access, that there's no issues. Go ahead and click on this first one where it says presentación, which is a cognate, right? Presentation. Presentación. So go ahead and click on it. Okay. So notice it should say VHL Central, dashboard, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So this is, you should be in then your online text. Let me check and make sure y'all are there. Yeah, if you have terms of use, you need to scroll and accept and all of that goodness. Layer, is it opening for you? There you go. Or let's scroll down and click accept and should let you in. Holden. Okay. Okay. And just FYI, if you take a look at my Zoom screen, you already know this. I'm just pointing it out to you. You can make it full screen. It'd be helpful if you could make it full screen for yourself so you can see the whole page. Yeah. Okay. So let's just look at this 1 second. I'm at the bottom. Okay. It says the 5 vowels in Spanish, a, e, I, o, u, are always pronounced the same way. The letter H is silent, like hola, okay, and hola are pronounced the same way. In Spanish, we have 3 double letters that make a single sound. So CH is pronounced che. Double L is pronounced ella or elle, depending upon what part of the Spanish speaking world you're in. And then the double R's are the R doble, right? The double R. R. This is probably the thing that's most difficult for some of us in English speakers because we have trouble rolling our R's. Okay, so R, right? We have to learn how to roll it. If you can't, it's no problem. It's just the way the letter sounds. Okay. So if we look at the bottom here, they give us 3 examples of these. We have chico, right? CH, chico. The double L, llave, llave. Right, you guys? You're pushing, like your tongue is in the back of your mouth. And you all can try this. As long as you're muted, you can repeat after me. And I encourage you to do that. Llave. Okay, now, the Spanish-speaking world is huge. Every town, every country is going to have a different pronunciation. For class, we're going to do the standard for the double L, okay? Llave means key, okay? And then our double R is a dog. Perro. And I want you to like exaggerate it, right? Perro. Perro. Exaggerate it until your tongue sort of gets into that habit. Chico, llave, and perro, right? We're going to exaggerate. Okay. Now, again, in your textbook, you guys, you should have your play pause, your sound button. Hopefully it's connected for you. So I'm going to play this. Make sure that you can hear.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, Ñ, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z,
Okay.
A.
Oops, I don't want to do that again. Okay, so first of all, who can find for me a letter in their alphabet that we do not have? What letter in the alphabet don't we have, you guys?
I know.
Okay, put it in the chat, please. Wait, put it in the chat, por favor, so we don't ruin it for everybody just yet. Okay, take a look at. Okay, very good. Lay, very good. Elizabeth. Holden, can you put it in the chat? Very good. Very good. Yay. Very good, Arshis. Very good. Holden, you're right. That very good, Kamora. Anyone else see something in Spanish that we don't have? Very good. Yes, they have like two N's. Okay, so what's the difference between this N and this N? So let's listen real carefully.
N, Ñ,
What do we hear differently?
P, N, Ñ, N, Ñ,
Okay.
O.
What do we hear differently? Yes. So the Nye, the N with that little accent mark, is the sound that we make when we put the letter N and the letter Y together, like canyon. Very good, you guys. You guys got good ears. Okay. Canyon, right? The N and the Y is that ny sound. Okay. So what makes that sound is the accent mark. Yeah. So you see, you guys, accent marks are important, not only for the sound that they make, but in some cases it's going to change the meaning of the word as well. Okay. And so, like I said at the beginning, I realize that there are going to be some apps and the chat box and stuff like that that don't allow for accent marks, or they don't allow for them easily, or for those upside down question marks and stuff like that. And that's okay. I understand. You will have opportunities to show me that you realize that that enye needs to have the tilde. That accent mark is called a tilde on top. Okay. All right. Muy bien, muy bien. All right. So let's back out of that. Okay. I'm going to stop sharing. Again, we're trying to get accustomed to our online textbook. Okay. So go ahead and back out of that. Meet me back, you guys, in our Let's Get Started module, por favor. Okay. And here we go. Unidad preliminar, our first unit, objective 1, that's where we should all be. Remember, you guys, we have our little link symbol that tells us this is part of our online textbook, and it should connect us there immediately. Like, you know, we don't have to hassle with anything. And so let's click on that. Let me know if you have trouble connecting. Okay, so this will be like our first practice. So let's take a look at it. There's 10 of the, well, sorry, there's several of these. Okay, I forgot how many there were. And what your expectation here is you can listen to the sound of the letter as many times as you need. And I encourage you to listen to it as many times as you need. Then you should be able to click this record icon. So I want you to try it. I would like you to try to listen and see what happens if it will allow you to record. If not, then we need to kind of reconfigure how we access this activity. So let me know in chat if it allows you. Okay, Marilissa? Can you listen for it, Marilissa? It just doesn't allow you to record, or just can't get in. It's just not letting you in at all. Okay, Caroline, let's see where you're at. Okay. Priscilla, is it going to allow you to record? That's my question. Marissa's not letting you in. Like you can't get, it doesn't take you to the textbook at all, Marissa? Yeah, see, this is why we do these things the first time together, right? So we can sort out we can get out of the weeds, right? Anybody else having troubles? Will it allow you to record? Good, Kimura. Anyone else? Yeah, Marilissa, did you accept? You got to scroll all the way down and then accept. James? Is it gonna let you record?
No, ma'am. Like it keeps saying review, like a circle thing by the review, and then
Let's see. Let me get to your screen. James, can you show me your screen?
how do I do that?
Are you in Go Guardian? I see me in Go Guardian. Can you show me your computer screen? Click on your. Let me see if I can.
You said what I'm supposed to click on?
You should be able to show me your screen, your Zoom screen. Show me can you show me your screen down at the bottom?
It say host disabled attendee screen share.
Really? Okay. All right. Take your mouse. Are you using a mouse?
Yes, huh?
Are you in Go Guardian? I mean, you are in Go Guardian, right? Marlissa, is it telling you it's blocked? Let me know problems. I need to hear from you problems. What problems we have. Okay. Okay, hang on tight, Lay. And I'll tell you here in just a second. I'm just trying to make sure everybody's up and working here. Okay. Jameson, maybe try to refresh your screen. Okay. So now let's take a quick, while some of us are still getting situated, let's take a quick second and y'all tell me in the chat. Yes or no? Sí or no, right? Yes in Spanish, sí or no. Would you rather record this on your own time? Tell me C, yes, or no. Would you rather record this on your own time? I get yes, yes, and that's okay. Just let me know in chat. Okay. I have 2 yeses and a no. Okay. Yes. Okay. So far, we're even. We're half and half. Okay. All right. So, here's what we'll do. I'm trying to make everybody happy today. Okay. So here's what we'll do. Let me show you. Y'all stay where you are on your canvas. Just hang out there for just a second. And let me show you our escape room activity. Okay. And then you'll have the choice. You can work on the escape room for the last several minutes of class, or you can work on your recording for the last several minutes, whatever you prefer to do. Okay. So let me give you the instructions about our escape room. And our escape room, you guys, is to help us practice our cognates, to help us practice recognizing our cognates. Okay. So let me pull that up. Okay. So I just need everyone to pause what they're doing and just take a look at my Zoom screen. Okay. Again, I want to give you guys choices, right? Whatever you feel more comfortable doing. So that's what this is about as well. Okay. I'm waiting on my computer. It's thinking it's slow. Okay. Maybe. All right. So if you recall, you guys, me telling you about our resource library. Okay. When you come down here after cognates, right, we're here at visual guide for question words. So make sure you're looking at my Zoom screen for the moment, please. You would click on this visual guide, and there are the question words in Spanish. So you can use this as a resource to help you in your escape room. Okay. So you can have that open in a tab. Okay. So that, or at least know that it's there, or take a screenshot, or however you like to work. Okay. In our module, and I apologize for my computer being so slow today. Okay. Okay. In our first week stuff module is our escape room. Okay. And this escape room is, again, to help us get accustomed to practicing our cognates. So I'm going to put this link in the chat. And I want to make sure that everyone can make a copy. So click on the link in the chat, please. It should ask you to make a copy. All right, so it's asking you for access, even though it says copy. Is that what I'm hearing? Okay, everyone else? Okay. Okay, all right, let me fix it up. Give me a second. Gotta love technology. Even though it says copy document for me, it doesn't say that for you. That's okay, we'll fix it. Okay. Okay, link number 2. Coming up. Okay. Try that. Maybe not. I don't know if that one's going to work either. Is that one going to work? Is it going to let you copy that one? Let me know. It works. Yay. Okay. So you have an option. Remember the other day we created our Spanish folder in our Google Drive, you guys? I don't know what you know. So remember, you can always, if you take a look at my Zoom screen, you can click on the little folder thing up here where it says move. And you can move it to your Spanish folder, right? You can pop it in your Spanish folder so you'll know where it is. Okay. So what you'll do is you will, it's an escape room, right? So you're going to, come on. Oh, I want it big. Okay. So what you're going to do is this is your answer sheet. You got to solve the puzzle to get out of the room that you're stuck in. So you're going to type your answers in here. Okay. So notice like number 4 has all these question words. That's why I showed you the question words in your resource library. Okay. And look, I don't expect you to get all of these. You do the best you can. Okay. This is about cognates. So let's say the Spanish words below are next to the English definitions. Okay, blah, blah, blah. So like this says Atletico or Atletica. And here's the scrambled word. What does this look like in English, you guys? Atletico. I'm going to say it looks like athletic. And I'm going to type it in. Everybody see what I'm doing? El banco. I look at my English word that's scrambled up. And to me, that looks like bank. It even sounds like bank. Okay, everybody get the picture here? Yes? Then you'll go on to the next page, right? It'll give you a code and you go back and put your answer in up here for like page 1, page 2, blah, 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 whatever. So do what you can. If you can't do it all, that's okay. This is do as much of it as you can. When you get it done, then you'll need to come back to Canvas. Okay, and you'll need to submit it here. Yes, you're going to do both. You're going to do this one is about cognates and the other one is about the alphabet. Okay. But remember, you guys have until like August 15th. You have a week to do these. Okay, so I don't want you stressing. Remember, we're at the first of the year. So we're just trying to get accustomed to like how these things work and what kinds of things we're going to do. Okay. Okay. Any other questions, you guys? Okay. So we have about 3 minutes left. Keep working on your, you can start working on the escape room. You can start working on the recording, whatever it is. If you have a tech problem, put it in the chat and let me know. On the escape room, Marilisa, do as much of it as you can. You have a week, okay? It's to practice cognate recognition and stuff like that. So You can use the internet on this because it's like an escape room, just a practicey thing, so that's fine. And you have a week to do it, right? The recording is a quote unquote an assignment, okay? You still can't get in, Arliss? Is that you can't get into the escape room? Is that what you're telling me? Or the other? All right, good job, James. Holden, Kimura, any issues? Priscilla, Arshas, Caroline? The one where you have to talk. That's interesting. Okay. All right. So the one where we have to real quick, you guys, I know it's lunchtime for you. But what I would like you to do, if you can't get access to it in the module, take a look at my screen real fast before I dismiss you. Okay. Click the launch button. Click the launch button. If it's giving you grief through the module, click in your navigation bar over here, this launch. Okay. And where it says on your dashboard, where it says assignments, you should be able to click on this or click start and see if you can access it that way. You may just have to, so you may have to click and unclick, Kimura. You just kind of have to figure it out. That's kind of why first couple of days of school is like this, right? Until we get the hang of these things. Okay. All right, you guys, if you really get stuck, you know, inbox me in Canvas and we'll try to sort it out together. Okay. Anyway, have a great weekend. Have a great Friday. Nos vemos lunes, right? See you Monday. You guys did a great job today. Gracias. Adios. Adios.